In this amazing Ajax Smart Home install, we're going to be going through perimeter protection, leak protection, CCTV integration and lighting automation. Let's get straight to it. So here we have one of 5 external motion sensors. Now this is a motion sensor PIR, giving out a wide field of view to protect this whole back garden in case of any entry from a potential burglar. Linked to this device is that camera up there, meaning that when this device triggers, if there is an intruder here, that video feed will go straight to the customer's phone, giving them a critical alert that the alarm is triggered, but also sending them a live video feed so they can verify that there's a potential intruder in the area. So as we walk around, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this job and what the customer wanted when he came to us. He said that he wanted perimeter protection around the property because in his mind he didn't massively see the point of an alarm triggering once someone's already inside. I do understand it, it makes sense. Now internal protection still has a great place and is still worth doing, but this customer just wanted external detection, which is why as we went over this external stuff, means that no one can get anywhere near this property. And that was the whole point. Even I couldn't get anywhere near it as the person who installed it. Now there are several different types of external detection on this system. This one being a curtain sensor. This is a little bit different and it's fantastic for side passageway areas. And what it does is it shoots a beam right across the house, both ways, meaning that if someone tried to approach the building, they would be caught before they even managed to do any damage or anything like that. Interestingly enough, the great feature with these is they have a 3-degree bearing inside, meaning you can adjust the beam to kick out by just 3 inches. And what that means is if you've got downpipes running down the side of the house, which most people do, it will then just miss those downpipes so the downpipes aren't blocking the sensor and it will shoot right across. And it goes further than just say this building. This has a 15-meter range each way, meaning you're covering up to 30 meters right across the property, and it can be adjusted, meaning if you only want it a few meters, it can be adjusted with switches on the back. So it's a great feature and one of a few different types of sensors that we have on this property. And again, this triggers, it will go to the external camera that's just sitting up there that will record this entire area. Now it's already on 24/7 recording, but again, it will send a live video feed straight to the customer's phone linked to this specific device so they can see exactly what's going on if the alarm ever triggers. So up here is a flat roof, and technically someone could jump on next door's roof there, jump over onto there and get to that window, but we couldn't have that. So I put a sensor up there and it's got a camera inbuilt in that sensor. So if someone tried to jump up to get access to that window, if they somehow knew the complete layout of the property, well then bang, they'd be picked up. Now a quick bit of information about the CCTV cameras. They're 4K and the way we fitted them here was my dad's idea actually, really clever idea, was to double back box the camera so to make sure we can see past this downpipe, which we can see right the way along, going right to the windows there. Now the reason this was a good idea is because originally I thought that we were going to put them on a bracket. Now we got the bracket, we saw it and thought, it looks okay, and the customer would probably be okay with it, but it looked a little bit commercial. So we decided to think, what can we do so that we can make it look better for the customer? And we decided to come up with the idea to double back box it, just to give it a more homely feel and less commercial. The other way would have been fine, but if you can do it better, do it better. So when it comes to detection distance on these external sensors, there is a switch on the back. And on this switch, it allows you to go from near to far, choosing the distance of how far you want this external sensor to see. Meaning that if you only want it to see an area of say 3 or 4 meters, you can set it to its lowest setting. But if you wanted to see it go out to as far as 15 meters, then you can set it to its max setting. Now, because we're in an enclosed space here, I'm gonna set this to 15 meters, meaning no one can even get through that gate without the alarm triggering. And don't worry about the postman, okay? They leave the post outside the house, so you don't have to worry about delivery drivers or anything like that. That gate is always kept locked. So let's talk about the lighting setup on this property and what it really means when it comes to smart home automation lighting. Now, here is our mains box, and here inside is our mains run wireless relay, meaning that when the system gets its specific scenario, it will trigger that relay, meaning it will then trigger the light. Not only can you control the light from your phone if you ever want it off and on, but you can have the security light trigger if there's ever seize detection in any of the back areas where the perimeter protection is, meaning if there was an intruder, not only has he got an alarm going off, not only is he caught on CCTV, but the front and the back are completely bathed in light with these really powerful 100-watt security lights. So as I say, we've installed one of these lights at the front and the back. They can still be controlled from the phone by swiping up on the app and just clicking on the rear security light, and that is really, really bright. Even on such a bright day like today, just looking at that is pretty painful for the eyes. So I'm going to turn that off here, and the front security light is off. Sorry, the rear garden light is off, but the front security light's currently off as well. But just to give you a demo of when the system is triggered, let's do that together and show you exactly what happens with the security lights. I've now armed the system, all controlled from your phone, but there's also a keypad inside for NSI regulations, but armed from the phone. And when I move in front of this external sensor, the system is going to trigger, the external siren is going on, and the external light has come on both the front and the back. So smart home automation for external security lighting. Not only that, that camera is now sending a live video feed straight to the customer's phone along with critical alerts. This property is tip-top when it comes to security. It's a great install. So I'm going to disarm the system now, again from my phone, and that light knows to switch off as soon as the system's disarmed. Bang. Here is where the Ajax water stop is being fitted in the bottom left down there. Originally, I was going to be fitting it on the right-hand side. Thankfully, I got a professional in, Mike from Borough Plumbing, who decided it's better to go over there.
So rather than put it over here, where it's not isolating the outside tap, I've put it before the outside tap, where the old stop tap was. And there was some blue MDPE here with a blue MDPE elbow, which was like that. So we've just cut it all back and put the new supply stop valve just at the point of entry, a little bit of pipe work, and then the Ajax valve is before the first tee.
Spot on, and that's why you get a professional in, guys, because I would have put it in the wrong place, or at least a place that wasn't as good. So I'll put Mike's socials on the video on here. If you're in the northwest area, get in contact with him for your plumbing work. Cheers, Mike. I also just want to give a quick mention to the owners of this property, who have been an absolute pleasure to work for. Putting this system in from start to finish has been a joy. Probably stretching now almost a year, because part of the build goes and you can only do so much at a time. Barnston Builders were the builders on this project, and they've done a fantastic job, so shout out to them too. They were great. Carl from Barnston Builders. So what we're going to do now is test the automatic water stop device. Now the idea of this is that it sits at a low point in certain rooms, say in your kitchen, underneath your sink, or in bathrooms. And if it notices there's a leak, it will cut off the mains water supply to the house, meaning if you're away or anything like that, it's going to minimise damage as much as possible. So I've got a little bit of water here, and I'll turn the tap on, and we'll mimic as if this is seeing a leak. I can see there that it's already sensed there's a leak. I can hear the customer's phone going as well. And it's now cutting off the water that's already losing pressure. So now it's closed and it's just emptying the remainder of the water that's already in the system. Meaning the amount of damage that will be done to your house if you have a leak when you're away or anything like that will be absolutely minimal. It wouldn't mean you have to spend thousands or claim on home insurance if anything went wrong. But now we know that the leak's been sorted. We take our device out of the water, fully waterproof of course, and just dry it on a towel. That's no longer seeing a leak. We get the notification in the app that it says there's no leak anymore. We go on to the water stop. The tap is still on, so we're going to see the water start flowing again. We turn that on from the app. There it comes. Water resupply to the house. here is my favourite part of the house, because we have all of our equipment. We have our CCTV hub just here. That's a feed coming out on a switch fuse spur, going in to a switcher that also goes into another switcher that powers PoE for the cameras going all around the house. We have the Hub 2 sitting here with its hardwired internet connection. We have our power supplies plugged in here for the switches, and here we have our internet feed that's providing all of this. And if you're wondering what this blanking plate is, thinking it's nothing, well, it's a relay. Behind here is a relay triggering the front security light if the alarm triggers. So there we have it, guys, a full home smart security tour on an Ajax security system. All done and dusted with a happy customer. See you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.